Welcome to another BGU podcast. My name's Paul James. I'm joined today by Damo and Jay.
The more important one.
And we're here to talk about E3, namely predictions. We're going to kick things off with Microsoft. We'll start with, I guess, the biggest thing that we know is going to be there, and that's Halo, and then we'll just go from there. So, Halo's going to be there.
Oh!
What a prediction!
I could actually take or leave Halo, to be honest.
I know, I can understand that, but it's one known commodity going into it.
Oh, in terms of predictions, yeah, like for hype, for me, it doesn't really hold a whole lot. But in terms of predictions, I think that they're probably going to show off a lot. Probably a lot more than they would have 12 months ago, looking forward. And I think that's purely because of the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, so they
probably want to sweep that.
That was meant to be a big sign of goodwill to all its fans with the Master Chief Collection, and then it just turned into a PR disaster. It was a buggy mess.
Yeah, I think they
still
probably
have their problems.
Yeah, I think they really want to sweep that under the rug and be like, hey, cool, here's this new shiny thing, and here's how we've not fucked it up.
So, would you at all be surprised then? So, they'll probably show campaign because they've done nothing for that so far. We've had a single multiplayer beta.
I don't know if they will show too much about campaign. They might show
like a trailer.
Yeah, they'll definitely show a trailer.
Another one of those goddamn trailers.
See, 343 when they did Halo 4, back in 2011 or whatever it was when they released Halo 4. That E3 there was a fairly substantial slice of campaign.
Yeah, but there was a whole lot of.
But it was a new chapter for the series, so they probably needed to. But my opinion when it comes to Halo is, I think they'll probably show a trailer that's got some single player stuff to give people kind of an outline as to what's going on. Because for the most part, we don't know anything.
I would say more of a trailer for their cinematics, and then they're gonna teaser the fucking gameplay, and it'll be like that. They won't like flashing just like small amounts of shit,
like a little sizzle reel.
Yeah, like the fucking black images, and it'll be like a warthog jumping, black fades. This happens, black.
So without giving enough to
I don't know if they will. Like, how far away is Halo?
It's October.
So the game is probably fairly close to done.
I think as far as the campaign is concerned, it's probably done.
Yeah.
And so I think the only thing, because of what happened, again, with Master Chief Collection...
I have a feeling that they're going to do similar to what they did with Sunset Overdrive. And I think they're going to have a small section that they're going to have someone on stage and play through.
Yeah, no, that's what I was referring to. It's not going to be something substantial because the campaign, the story...
But it's going to be played live on stage, is what I'm saying. I don't think they're going to have
a... Halo 4, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they had the introduction of the Prometheans, yeah?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have like a scissor reel like you're talking about.
Yeah, I guess so.
It'll be something a little more...
live on stage because they want to get the crowd into it, and they want
to get the crowd into it. They need to win some hearts back.
They need to bring some more of that goodwill.
Do we think it's possible? So when the beta came out for Halo 5 via the Master Chief Collection, they said this is the only one we're going to do. Do we think it's possible that they might actually have a second one? Really kind of stress test their servers and
get second beta?
Yeah. Now they took a lot of feedback back. They've been public and said, hey, this is...
How did the beta
what we've learned from it. Apparently it was pretty successciul. It had a few...
What was
issues server-wise because of... It wasn't as bad as what was happening in the collection itself. But,
then I don't know.
I just reckon it might be one of those things where it's a case of... So there's going to be a Halo 5 beta, one final one, and it starts now. It's a trend that's been going on through a lot of these sort of conferences.
You're right.
That might win.
They did that with Hardline, didn't they?
Very close to it was exclusive to PlayStation for that one, but
they had
it was the same.
Well, no,
same
didn't they have a beta that came for everyone
later on? Yes.
Yeah. But for PlayStation they said it starts now, didn't they? Yeah. So it's been done at least once in the last 12 months.
Oh, and look, and there's lots of things like they're never big to the scale of say Halo, but you've got Sony that's now making a bit of a habit of, hey, here's this new game. It's usually an indie project of some sort. Hey, there's this new game and it's available on the store. Well, now go.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. So, and that is something that's starting to occur through a lot of press conferences from a lot of different publishers. So I don't see why Microsoft won't get on the bandwagon.
I mean, that was definitely
a thing that's a lot of goodwill you can win back.
I feel like that was the thing that Nintendo started.
Yeah, they absolutely.
Because they did that a lot when the 3DS came out to try and win people over on that.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh, I see you've just bought all of our PS Lite stuff. Yeah. Zelda, I believe, Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
That was one of those. Yeah, look, that's an interesting idea. I hadn't considered that they would do another beta, but if they're going to... What for? Is it purely for servers? Like, is it purely going to be like, hey, play our game so that we can make sure when you pay for our game, it's not terrible for you?
Yeah, I think, look, they'll be stress tested. If this is obviously if they do it.
Yeah,
if they do it, they'll be stress testing, but at the same time, they'll probably put a lot of money into ensuring that their servers are up and working. That's not going to be an issue.
But that's my
so
point.
If that goes well, then that's a lot of people will probably start getting back and will go, okay, sweet, we trust them again. Like it's.
But didn't they already do that though? Like, do they need to do that again? Do they need to be
Like
like,
I said,
hey, look, we can do this twice? But they probably don't need to.
It wasn't 100% right before, so it's
right. But I mean, that was when was the Halo 5 beta?
End of December, early January.
So 6 months and 10 months from release date. That's the better part of a year. I think they're probably good. That's probably plenty of time to get their servers right. Look,
you would think so, but I think it's about proving it to people.
My point is, I don't know if I don't know if that's necessary, because I think if it played and it played better than something that was a full retail release, they're probably going to be like, look, that was probably just something that was to do with the weird way that the game was built. Because it was built like there was weird menus inside menus, and a lot of that stuff was sort of weaved in with each other, and it probably was just really hard to do. Trying to, like, cram games that were on different consoles and had different online frameworks together was probably a really tough job. For something like this, where they're building it from, I would say that from the ground up, because they're building for a new generation, I would imagine. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be using any assets or whatever the case may be, but the servers will probably be different. They've got a lot of cloud support. So, at this stage, I don't know. I don't know what their need is to do any of that. I don't see the benefit. Like, are people going to play it?
I think it'll mostly be for a publicity sort of thing, more than anything else.
But I mean, you've already done that. You've already said, look, here's our flashy new game. You're not going to be like, hey, here's our flashy new game that you can play for a limited time again, and have all your stats go away as soon as it goes again.
Maybe.
Do you see what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I can see. Like,
apart from like you're already at an E3 conference, you're already going to be getting people on side. What's the benefit?
Halo Waypoint up yet? Like, is that still a thing on Expo?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just add a shitload of content for that. Like, shit that's in between 4 and 5 or something like that. I don't know. It's doable.
There's a lot they can do, but I mean, it's probably not good of us to get stuck on Halo for too long. But
no, and that's fine. I mean, that's going to be the big.
That's their big marquee thing.
Yeah. Which does bring me onto the thing. Like, speaking of their other things, it does bring me onto the thing that I'm actually genuinely excited for.
Connect?
No, not Connect. Thank you.
Boom.
Let's move on. Rare's next big thing is something I've been looking forward to for a while.
Do you have theories on what it could be? Like, do you think they're going to revive, say, a Banjo-Kazooie or a Jet Force Gemini or something like that?
Look,
or are they going to... I know you lose your mind.
You say Jet Force Gemini and you know that, like...
Little J perks up a little bit.
Yes, that shit gets me rock hard. Thank you, Paul. Moving on. That game is fucking rad, and for anyone who has a 64 and has never played it, A, shame on you.
Do it.
B, get on eBay and buy that shit, because it is pretty good. If they were to do something old, fine. If they're gonna, I don't think they should, personally. I think they should crack open a new IP, because a lot of the people that helped develop those old games are making games of their own elsewhere.
What do you think about the relatively regular teasers of Battletoads? Or do you think that was just Phil Spencer kind of leading people in because of the fact that they were going to be in Shovel Knight when they came to Expo?
Well, I mean, wasn't there a lot of teasing with Killer Instinct? A lot of people thought.
No, he's got a history of it. He did it with Ori and the Blind Forest and a whole bunch of other things.
There was a lot of stuff where people were like, oh, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to tick on my little nostalgia button.
And then it turned out
and
it's actually a thing.
Real and not bad either. Like, I don't know if you guys have played Killer Instinct.
I played it. I didn't get the second season, but I've played it.
Like, it holds up, and it's probably a better fight than any of the older ones were. Which is saying something, because...
They were fantastic.
Yeah, they were pretty good games.
For someone who's not all that well versed in fighters anyway.
Yeah,
no, man. I enjoyed picking it up and
Yeah, and that's
getting my ass handed to me.
And I don't know if you've seen some of the stuff that they've done for the second season of that, but they're still working on that. They're still putting a lot.
Well, it's not the same developers anymore. You know that, right?
Yeah, now it's
because Double Helix got bought by Amazon, and Iron Galaxy took over.
Yeah.
But, so Rare might be bringing Battletoads. This is
there's those rumours. There's rumours that it's Banjo. There's rumours that it's something.
Hell, I mean, they could make another cameo. I don't know how well the first one did. Probably not well at all.
Middling, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, again, like if they, but that's the thing. I don't want them to rest on their laurels because they don't have many left.
But if it was a Banjo, do you think it would just be almost out of spite towards Yooka-Laylee?
No,
they're
good friends.
No, that's alright.
And for those who don't know, Yooka-Laylee is a new Kickstarter title announced by guys who used to work for Rare.
Yeah, the X-Rare from the 64 era.
And if you've got time, the Kickstarter ends in about 9 or 10 days.
Not to date this episode, but it
worth taking a look at. As of today, there's 9 or 10 days. But no, there won't be anything out of spite or anything like that. They get along pretty well.
I think their studios are actually not far away from each other.
Probably working together and collaborating on bits and pieces.
I mean, friends help out other friends, so there's a possibility.
I think what we know is that they're not going to go Connect, which is good.
Plus, I'm pretty sure if I recall,
Phil Spencer's all but killed the emphasis on Connect, which is fantastic.
Because if I got one more of those goddamn Connect things,
we're not going to get another Dance Central. Hopefully,
the only ones I feel really sorry for out of that, just as a little side note, is Harmonix. They were working on Fantasia. That it was a Connect title, Fantasia Music Evolved, or something like that. And they hadn't been told at all that Microsoft were going to kill off their emphasis on Connect. So when the announcement came out, all of a sudden you looked on Twitter and you saw Harmonix going, thanks. They were completely left unaware.
Yeah, cool. Your entire customer base is not going to be on board with this, which means we can't appeal to the mass market. Yes. But I mean, they're moving on to a new rock band now, so I don't think they're too cut up about it.
No, they're fine. They bounce back. They're fantastic, and they'll be fine. But
what else for Microsoft?
Well, Gears will be there.
Gears,
and that's the rumored collection one was proven to be false, and it's just apparently a remastering of the first game, like anniversary, like Halo anniversary style.
Right. I don't know if that's
which is
necessary.
weird considering its anniversary is actually next year, not this year. Like it's supposed to be coming out in 2015.
How many years has it been since the first?
It'll be 10 next year. Make you feel old?
No, it makes me feel like I've played a lot of games. It doesn't feel. Yeah, it doesn't. I knew it was a while. I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah,
like maybe I haven't played as many games.
But no, there was a video that came out in the last day or two. Actually, it was the same day as the Fallout news, which is why it slipped up under a lot of people's radars. That Black Tusk changed their name to the Coalition, which fits in with Gears of War, Coalition of Ordered Governments, whatever it is. They changed their name, and then they said that you'll be seeing something from us at E3. And he said it was the future. He kind of hinted at the fact that it'll be Gears of War next.
So
whatever that is.
What do you reckon? Is this going to be a prequel, a sequel, same
time? They've already done prequel.
It'll be something after what's happening in 3.
Yeah.
They could be decades, hundreds of years after. It could be set immediately after. I don't know. Like, they've got a lot of room there, but there will be Gears there.
Are you guys interested in new Gears of War?
Yes.
Oh yeah, man.
I don't know.
I mean, I had my fill years ago, 2013, when Judgment came out. I was like, okay, I can do with a break from this now. Like, I don't want to see this.
I feel like we've moved past cover shooters now. I feel like that's. I don't know if that's going to play well. Is all I'm saying, because
I think it'll do fine. And I don't agree that we've moved on from cover shooters. I think that. I think the hype surrounding Uncharted is proof that, and I'm not talking about my own hype. I'm biased, but. I won't deny that. Uncharted's my most anticipated E3 game.
Is Uncharted a cover shooter or is Uncharted an adventure game?
But it has the cover.
It has a mechanic, sure,
and it's relied on pretty heavily.
Look, my point is
I think there's still
a lot of games are trying to be more dynamic.
I think it'll just do well because of the name. It's another Gears of War. It'll be fine. I'm
not saying it won't sell
millions and millions of copies.
I'm not saying it won't sell well, but I don't think it's going to... What new can you do with that?
I got no idea.
Put more chainsaws on guns? Like, there's only so much you can do.
Dual-ended chainsaws.
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Saw, bang, dead.
Hey man, they added a hilt to this lightsaber. Who knows what they're going to do?
Yeah, true. Fable Legends will still be there. They've been teasing that for
Is
years
that the
and
one
years.
where you
It's
play
the,
as the...
4v1
Oh, yeah.
game that it's just
Fable
quiet.
Evolved,
There was a beta for it early in the year and then nothing since.
Yeah, that's gone quiet.
Wouldn't surprise me if that's one of those that they announce, they just kind of re-reveal and say, hey, it's coming out in the next couple of months.
Okay.
Scalebound will be there. I know that's one you were.
Yes,
you were
I look.
You familiar with that one?
It looked
Is
very
that
cool.
the, like...
That's the Platinum Games, the Dragon.
Wearing headphones, riding dragons.
Yes!
Yeah,
Oh god, all the yes!
And he makes it look like he's like fighting the dragon, but really they're fighting something. They're like helping each other.
Yeah.
All the
yes.
That's one of my most anticipated games.
I'm just happy for something else from Platinum because look, I'm a huge fan of. I've just gone blank on the game.
Bayonetta.
No. The one where you're in like the robo suit. Vanquish. Yeah, I'm actually quite a fan of Vanquish. I loved Mad World. And like for me, and like they're the ex-Clover guys, or at least for the most part. So they've also got your Akamis and your.
They've got an incredible pedigree.
And a beautiful Joe. Oh, would I love to see another beautiful Joe? But I mean, again, that's getting a little off topic. But my point is, yes, I would love to see more from them, even if it turns out to be.
I think it'll be there. It might just end up being another trailer.
Even if it turns out, yeah. I mean, I would like to see some gameplay in terms of what it's supposed to be, because at the moment we've got
a concept. That's it.
I mean, do we even have a concept? We've got like a teaser trailer.
A flashy trailer.
There'll be dragons and you'll
headphones
do,
and
headphones
awesome
and
music.
You'll be able to grow scale armor and Japan. I don't like.
All right, yeah, you're right. We probably don't know all that much, so they need to kind of show that off a little bit more. What about Crackdown? Because that's probably another one in the same sort of position where we've got a really flashy trailer. Now, I'm not a big Crackdown fan.
I love the first one.
Second one, most people felt underwhelmed by.
Yes.
First one, so much fun.
Yeah, look, here's what I want from Crackdown. Keys to the city.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I want. Just being able to so basically...
So there's another What We Want article, Jason.
Basically, it's so... I don't know if you got any interaction with the first Crackdown, but basically Keys to the City was like a free DLC patch that they put out where basically you had... It was kind of like... I'm just trying to think of the name. It's kind of like Gary's Mod, really, where you can just like spawn shit in and just do stuff. Blow shit up and just it's in fact it's more like cheat mode in GTA, where you can just pop shit in and you'd be like, hey, I wonder how many explosive barrels I can put under this car, and then put like a remote detonator on it and run over here and this is fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just really dumb.
I never bought in on Crackdown, and I think there's probably a lot of people in the first place that didn't buy in on it. Like when the first one came out, it turned out it was quite good. According to a lot of people,
a lot of people
out there went and bought it because it went with Halo 3.
Yes.
Then Crackdown 2 came out, and despite the fact it also wasn't as good, the sales were just abysmal, and Microsoft put it away. So it's good. I think it's a good show of faith.
Did they bring it back? Yeah, did they give it back to the original developers this time as well?
I think it was someone else that handled it. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, I know they took it away from the original developers, but I'm pretty sure for this one, didn't they say they were giving it back to...
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And the trailer was quite impressive. It was all cinematic.
It was all...
It was just them kind of showing, hey, we're doing something, and no substance to it.
Well, I mean, they've also mentioned they're going back to the whole gangs scenario. So the first Crackdown had a lot of, again, like old school GTA, where you had sort of gangs around the city that you would sort of do your business for. Obviously, being a law enforcement, by doing your business, you'd be shutting them down. Whereas in the second Crackdown, it was sort of zombie apocalypse type stuff, which was, that's bottom of the barrel shit. Bottom of the barrel shit to begin with, anyway. But yeah, like it looks like they're trying to go back to their roots with a lot of it, as much as they can.
Yeah.
So.
And there's going to be a few other known commodities there. Like we can expect, Forza 6 will be there, which they've pretty much got a Forza every year now between the motorsport games and the Horizon games, so we can expect that to be there. Is there anything else that we've not mentioned?
Yeah, there was that one that they had last year. That was it was an Xbox original, like the original Xbox game that they're redoing. I think it was like a card trading. Has it been killed?
Yeah, no, it was. Oh, jeez, the name's just disappeared.
Was the one with
it was the original Xbox game that they were remaking.
Yeah. Has it been killed off?
Microsoft killed it early in the year.
Oh.
So, sorry about that one.
Well, there you go.
There you go, Microsoft.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can. Do you think we'll get?
You heard it here at last, everybody.
Call of Duty will be there probably. They
usually do have that.
I guess there's a chance that maybe that will change. They may go to PlayStation because now that is the lead selling console of the two.
Maybe
but your Xbox still has kind of got that stigma of being the shooter console.
But
so
let's say that does happen. What do you think will fill its spot? Do you think we'll see maybe Dead Island at Microsoft?
Well, we know Dead Island 2 is coming, so
yeah, I know. But last year we saw that at Sony.
Do
you think that'll get sort of bumped down the list?
Swap.
Yeah. Like, do you think there are some big names that were at Sony last year that will now get...
I know people, they're pretty divided on the Assassin's Creed franchise, but Unity was at the Xbox One last year, and they jumped ship from PlayStation. They'll probably continue that this year. They might go with a meaty playthrough.
Does anyone really want to see Assassin's Creed anymore?
The new one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite intrigued by the new one. I know that the mechanics are starting to grow a little stale. Unity, once they patched it and removed the bugs, was actually quite a good game.
So once they finish the game,
once they finish it, they should have. I know, but that's an issue with Unity. That shouldn't be.
Like, when I say I'm interested, I'm not going to go out and play it and buy it.
You'll borrow it off someone.
Not even that.
Because Microsoft actually lets us do that.
I'll just watch someone play it because there's no way I'm going to waste any time.
That's the thing. Like I'm hoping, and this is not a prediction. This is more of a hope. I'm hoping that now that we're a couple of years deep in the new generation, that this is where we should be seeing a lot of the new IPs pop up. That's what I want.
We should have seen that last year.
Well, I mean, arguably we did.
Too late, then you'll find that people get pretty stuck in their ways, and I'll just keep, like what happened with Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed. Like, it was just, I'm going to keep buying things that I know what to expect from.
And that's the thing. Like, this is the time where we should be seeing that. So, look, I would like to predict that we'll see a bunch more of that same sort of thing that Xbox has been doing for a while, or Microsoft's been doing it for a while, last couple of years anyway, where they're saying, cool, we've got some more new IPs for you. Here, have something new.
And we haven't
here's something new from Rare, here's something new from, here's some more on this other new thing, here's some of this, here's some of that. So I'm hoping that maybe they'll have another Ori and the Blind Forest, where they're like, hey, cool, we've been funding this thing a bit under the radar.
That's something we've not spoken about yet, is kind of the indies. So Ori and the Blind Forest was, an amazing indie game, and I think outside of The Witcher, it's my pick for Game of the Year so far.
I'm up there with Axiom Verge, which obviously different side of the tracks, but still another one of those.
Same sort of idea.
Yeah, I mean, that was Sony's pub fund, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's in the same ballpark.
The indies are going to be a big thing this year. The emphasis has increased year in, year out, and we know that they've got Inside, which is the follow-up game to Limbo, or from the guys from Limbo.
Yes.
One that I've been hyped about is Ghost of a Tale. There's a number of other indie projects that they've got in the works that they could kind of drop on us at any time. They're still below the Cappy guys.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
so we're
Super
still
Time
waiting
Force.
on that Super Time Force. Yeah, to be fair, they announced Super Time Force for PS4, and that still hasn't arrived yet. And they've added Shuhei Yoshida into it, and that'll be cool.
Yeah, well.
But they're not known for being super quick, but their products are good. So I feel like we're due on that front.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think they'll probably have a pretty big indie presence, because I think Sony did that last year, and they probably did well for it. They probably succeeded for it. They probably walked away saying, we've been able to talk about a lot more games, because some of these we can say, hey, look, here's a snippet here, here's a snippet there, here's a bit of this, here's a bit of that, because obviously they're smaller games. I'm hoping we'll see some Cuphead, because that's
that's the
I am extraordinarily hyped for that. That game looks fantastic. I don't know if you've seen anything about it. It's the
really clever old school.
It's
animation.
It's the sort of 2D side-scrolling shooter game that looks like sort of your 30s, 20s, and 30s cartoons, kind of like
We'll see if we can throw it up in video form now.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, because they were at I think it was at GDC. I think they were at earlier this year, and they said that they were going to have some stuff at E3. So
yeah,
I think Microsoft would be smart to crack them on board, because I'm pretty sure in one of their sort of scissor videos that they've had in the past, they've been like, "Hey, look at all these indies in the next 60 seconds." I'm pretty sure Cuphead was one of those.
Yeah, it is.
So I would love to see that get centre stage as well.
Yeah, there's plenty they can do, and I look forward to seeing it. But one out there prediction. What do you think Microsoft might come up with? And this is without warning. I haven't told them about it. So start thinking of Sony and Sony and Nintendo, because this is gonna.
Already got my
something that they'll come out with.
The Last Guardian is now an Xbox game.
Yeah. No, that's not going to be a game. Period.
Alright, something they might come out with.
Sorry.
Lionhead has a new IP. They're going to announce it this year because they're not working on Fable Legends.
Okay. And now their prediction. I think Dark Souls 3 will be at the Microsoft conference.
Ah, you son of a...
Now you're going to think of another one.
Just to make sure I'm clear on that.
Oh, Dark Souls.
You're not suggesting it's exclusive. You're just suggesting.
I'm suggesting that that's the stage it'll be on. It won't be.
It won't be exclusive title.
Yeah,
It won't be there.
No.
First shown.
If
They can't afford to.
No, if they could make that, if they could pay for that to be exclusive, well, I mean, they could probably afford it. But
They can afford it. That's not a problem. I just think who publishes it? Atlas? No, whoever it is that works on it. Anyway,
actually, you know what we will see that we haven't talked about? Tomb Raider.
Oh, of course, yeah. Rise of the Tomb Raider will be there. That's going to be at the end of the year. So.
Yep, and obviously the exclusivity is the thing that reminded me on that one. So there'll be probably maybe some groans.
There might be some out there announcements too. That just
maybe perhaps
some other third party partnership. What are you thinking?
Someone picks up Darksiders.
That is being worked on. Darksiders 3 is being worked on.
There you go.
Supposedly. Nothing's come out yet.
Who knows? This could be the bomb. They could just be like, boom.
I mean, that's
Darksiders
not much.
3.
I don't think it's a bomb, but it'd be a nice little string to add to their bow.
I mean,
they don't have that. They don't have that action sort of game. Like they tried Rise and it flopped.
They don't have a Zelda.
They don't have a Zelda God of War title.
All class.
So we'll move on from that. Final Fantasy will not be there.
Not at all.
It won't be Microsoft.
No.
it might make up a part of a sizzle reel where there's. It might make up part of a sizzle reel that here's games coming to Xbox, but that's about the extent of Final Fantasy's presence there. Same with Kingdom Hearts, like that. They won't be factors there.
Fair enough.
But I'd be okay with Darksiders because that is one big gap in their kind of lineup. They have a lot of shooters; they're doing well there. Rare's created good platforms for them in the past, the likes of Viva Pinata and whatnot.
You're not suggesting a Rare made Darksiders, are you?
No. And they cover off on most other genres pretty well, but they don't have an action game. They don't have a Zelda God of War sort of title. And I know Zelda and God of War themselves is both very different sorts of games, but they don't have that action.
Yeah, they don't have that
almost hack and slash sort.
Well, they don't have a mascot either.
No, Chief.
Not
I think Chief's still the big.
But they don't. Yes, but
Sony
in a different way. Like but Sony does, because Sony was able to bring that.
Nate.
Sony was able to bring that Superstars game. They were able to do their own.
They've got enough of a catalogue.
What would Microsoft do with something
They don't have that yet.
They don't have more. They don't have anyone else other than Master Chief. So they wouldn't even be able to They wouldn't even be able to make a Street Fighter because they wouldn't have a versus an opponent because they've got one.
Speaking of Street Fighter, do you think they might invest in a fighter because Street Fighter 5 is exclusive to PlayStation?
I mean, kind of like Killer Instinct.
Yeah, but I mean, it's probably not made
I don't think so.
The same splash that, let's say, Tekken became exclusive, or what else?
No, there's
Killer Instincts. Yeah,
there's
they're going to rely on that.
After Mortal Kombat this year. I don't think there's any room for any other fighters this year, other than maybe Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, I'm not necessarily suggesting it's coming out this year. Street Fighter 5 is not coming out this year.
Yeah, but what I mean, it wouldn't be a wise investment for them.
Yeah,
because trying to create a new fighter IP, no, you won't.
Dead or Alive? Is that a possibility?
Probably doesn't carry enough weight, does it?
Dead or Alive is a possibility. I'm happy to say that as an out there one. But I mean, they've just put out 5, the new remake of 5.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
So I don't know if that'll.
I think it's safe to assume that they'll probably snag some third-party exclusive along the way.
Yeah.
It's
Possibly.
Microsoft and Sony are both pushing on that. But we best move
Let's
on.
move on to Sony.
So join us in the next
we're gonna
video
skip
where
everyone
we'll
else?
join us in the next video where we'll talk about Sony. That was Microsoft done. You can catch their conference on Tuesday at about 2:30 in the morning Australian Eastern. Enjoy.